everybody, welcome to Soul Purpose Yoga. My name is Susan Coffey, for those who do not know me. I am certified in Vinyasa Indian Yoga, and I am also a registered nurse as well. I have my two assistants that, if you're not familiar with, this is Monsieur Pierre Popcorn, and this is Mr. Fenway Park, and he got coiffed the other day. But he is so excited because the Red Sox started spring training. Woohoo! So spring is in the air. I'm thinking positive. So we're going to have another, again, my class is a slow flow yoga class via Candlelight, as you can see. So I do run over a few things in the beginning. I just want everyone to kind of get comfortable. Again, get comfortable. You can wear pajamas, yoga clothes, sweatpants. Do people even call them sweats anymore? I don't know. Sweats. Grab lots of pillows. I'm going to go over some props. I am huge on props. As a matter of fact, I'm going to change it up a little bit tonight. I actually I'm going to bring in a folding chair. If you have a folding chair, you can go ahead and grab it. Because I'm going to do some kind of stretching with the folding chair. If you don't worry about it. We can always modify. So to begin with, I always start with my thick yoga blocks versus this ones that are half of this. Again, I don't find the half ones as sturdy. I like the sturdiness because a lot of times you're using them to lean on so you can get into the position properly. So if you're investing in blocks, again, I'm not promoting one store over the other. TJ's, Marshall's, Home Goods, they all have them in the middle section. They have a lot of yoga things in the middle section. So these are really good to invest in. As a matter of fact, I went to a few classes that I didn't teach. The instructors were fantastic. However, I was in the back of the room. And I did notice, but I wasn't my class, so I couldn't do anything, that especially like, we're not doing any standing postures here because I don't know exactly how many people are watching me, and I want to know who's watching me if we're doing standing postures. But I saw people doing triangle, which you really should be on one plane rather than going forward. And if they had a block, and I'm like, but it wasn't my class. So blocks are great to bring up the mat up to you. They really are essential. I cannot emphasize that enough. Knees, especially if you're on a hardwood floor, if you're taking a class in a gym or anywhere, I would invest in, that was another thing I noticed, some people really, I think, could use a nice pad. Again, these are gardening pads that I have for my knees. They have a nice little cushioning on them, which I like. Again, for those that don't know, I was a runner for years, and then my knees, unfortunately, started acting up, and I did not want to have knee surgery, so I walk a lot, but I don't run. Or like a nice Mexican blanket. It doesn't have to be a Mexican blanket. This is what they call these. It can be a blanket that has some cushioning to it for your knees, like when we get into tabletop. Also, 2 pillows are really good to have. However, do not use a pillow when we do get on our knees because you'll be all over the place. You need something like this that's sturdy and protects your knees. Water, although we won't be sweating, because we're not going to be getting up any standing postures. If you have any kind of a nice lotion, a spray, you can spritz yourself before class. I like to do that. Get in the mood. Forehead, temple, neck, and at the end of class as well. And water. Oh, and straps, which you probably will use tonight because that's a nice chest opener. And that's why I'm using the chair as well. So I'm going to switch it up a little bit. And, nice incense. If you want to get in the mood, you can light your incense. And you can I would always get an incense holder because as it goes down, the ashes can end up on your furniture and you don't want that. And Also, this is a yoga bolster, but again, if you have a kind of bolster for your couch, bed, you can use that with, again, with pillows. I just want everyone to be comfortable. So I do emphasize, do not do anything you don't feel comfortable with. You can watch this whole class if you want, if you're new to yoga. Again, this would not be, well, would be probably considered more restorative. So if you do go to a studio, you would find this kind of a class at a restorative where they don't really get up and do any standing postures. But I do sub at a couple of places, and I'll tell you at the end of the class where I actually do have vinyasa and we stand up. But we're going to be on the mat. The highest we may get is a low lunge. So I think that's about it. Again, I can't emphasize, do not do anything you don't feel comfortable with. You can, again, watch this whole class just to get an idea of what yoga is about. My yoga is a mind-body connection. It's not fast-paced, it's breath, it's relaxing, especially this class at the end of the day. We all want to chill out, slow down, and just kind of get more in tune with ourselves and just kind of let it all go. So I do start every class with breath. You can sit like I am in lotus. You can be laying down. So 2 parts to our nervous system, sympathetic, which we won't work on all day, which is wonderful. But we're going. We're breathing up here. Our teeth are clenched. Our shoulders are here. Like I said, I'm still working as a nurse, so I know I'm not like this. But the thing with yoga is I'm more aware of it. So when I'm like this, I'm like, wait a minute, Susan, so I let it all just kind of go. So, but again, it's a necessary part of the nervous system. But we want to set up the parasympathetic nervous system where we're kind of relaxing the shoulders, unclenching the jaw, getting that breath deep into that abdomen. So it helps slow us down, get better into our muscles, into our fascia, okay? So I will cue music eventually, but let's first start either in lotus. If you are in lotus, you can be up against the wall, sitting like this. You want your shoulders back, but you want them relaxed, hands relaxed on your knees, your mouth slightly open to prevent the clenching of the jaw. Slightly close your eyes, relax your forehead. And if you're laying down, do the exact same thing. Relax the shoulders, slightly open your mouth, close your eyes. And we're going to start with breath. So we're going to breathe in through our nose very slowly. Get all that oxygen deep into that abdomen. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and then gently exhale out through your mouth, and then you're deflating the abdomen at the same time as you're exhaling. So inhale through your nose, expand that abdomen, get all that air in there, all that oxygen, all that O2 in there, and then hold for 3, 2, 1, and then exhale out through your mouth, deflating the abdomen. So I'm going to let you do that on your own as I cue music. So I started this class today with the Harvest Moon, a different version than Crosby, Stills and Nash. Crosby. So again, this is actually a good time to set an intention for somebody, for someone that's in need, someone that may not be with us, but someone that just means the world to us. For yourself and making it to your mat, or just sending up positive energy to the world, to Milton, to the South Shore, beyond, out to other countries that are in distress as well. So inhaling through that nose very slowly, getting all that oxygen deep into the abdomen, holding for 3, 2, 1, and then gently exhale out through your mouth, deflating your abdomen. So I'll stop talking and just continue with breath at a slow, nice, calm pace.
There's a full moon rising. Let's go dancing. Music's playing. Let's go out and feel. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance tonight. Because I'm still in love with you. On this harvest moon. Strangers, I watched you from afar. We were lovers. I loved you with all my heart. But now it's getting late, and the moon is climbing high. I wanna celebrate. She's shining. Because I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm still in love with you. On this harvest moon.
So let's all take one deep breath in together through our nose. Get all that oxygen deep into the abdomen. Hold for 3, 2, 1. And then gently exhale out through your mouth, deflating your abdomen. So for those of you who can lotus, stay in lotus. For those that lay down for this, go on your side. And then very slowly come and meet us in lotus. Take your time. A lot of times going from a low to a high position, especially if you're on blood pressure medication, that can cause you to be a little like woohoo. So we're all in lotus, but let's shake those legs out, because I know sometimes in lotus they can get a little tingly. So we're going to point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. And what leg was in the front can be in the back, and what was in the back can be in the front if you were in lotus before. So we're just going to do a little bit of a warm-up. So we're going to inhale those arms up, and then exhale the left arm down, and then bring that right arm all the way over. Exhale the right arm down, bring the left arm up. We'll speed it up a little bit. Exhale the left arm down, inhale the right arm up. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale that down as you bring the right, inhale the right arm up. Exhale the right arm down. Inhale the left arm up. One more time each. Inhale that right arm up. Exhale it down. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale it down. And just kind of to warm things up. So again, I'm kind of concentrating tonight on opening up our chest, the pec area. And I really want, really kind of want to get into this tonight because I see too many people, well, everybody's on computers. Sorry, but unfortunately. Give me a pen and a paper, I'm good. Even I have to use it at work. So a lot of us are bent. And then again, I see people of all ages, 16 to 80 on their phones, bent. So what we're doing as a society, we're all bending. We're all gonna round. And even you young people, if there's young people watching, you have to be careful too. I know it's like, oh no, I don't. Yes, you do. Because eventually you're gonna be rounding and we don't want that. We wanna open up this chest. Get back at the scapula there, the trapezius, okay? So you don't have to have a yoga belt to do this exercise. It's good if you do. If you don't, you can grab a scarf, a long scarf. If you don't have anything, I'm gonna show you without, okay? But first we're gonna start with a strap or a scarf. And again, only go as far as what's comfortable to you, because I go all the way back, as you're gonna see. You don't have to. Again, I want you to go to what's comfortable for you. So I kind of do it one time, wrap it one time. Maybe, no, actually 2 times. No, 1 time, okay. So exhale down, and then we're gonna slowly inhale. And see how we're opening up that chest here and squeezing those wing bones back there, the scapulas. And all, you don't have to go all the way back. This is all in the inhale. Exhale down. And you want it to be kind of far apart so you're opening up. Inhale up. And then exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And again, some of you may be only be able to get to here. That's fine. We really want to just practice opening up this whole pec area, the whole chest area. Now, for those of you who have the strap, continue on inhaling back and then exhaling down. For those that may not have anything, take your arms, make a fist, and then bring them to goal post. Inhale and bring them up to goal post. And then inhale and squeeze back, and then exhale down. Inhale up, goal post, squeezing that back, opening up those shoulders, opening up the chest, exhale down. So you're either doing a strap, scarf, or without. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And let's do a couple more together. Exhale down and then inhale back. Exhale down. Inhale back. Exhale down, and one more. Inhale back. Exhale down. And again, you do not have to go as far back as I go because you don't want to pull any shoulder muscles, anything like that. So just go to where you're comfortable. I cannot emphasize it enough because I'm not in your home. I am, again, went back to subbing, so if I have people in front of me, I can, watch and help them adjust. So again, if you only go this far, that's fine. So I'm gonna turn, and I'm actually gonna take my gardening tool, And I'm going to go right into table, just to get used to table. So we want the knees hip width apart, those fingers spread out, and the abdomen in. This is our table. But we're going to exhale down and sit just like this. Inhale the arms up, and then exhale them over to the right. And then let's inhale and lift up. Again, this is probably the highest we're going to go. And then we're going to exhale back down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale over to the right. And if you wanted to inhale and then exhale and try to have your right hand towards your right heel, go right ahead, squeezing the buttocks. And then exhale the arms back up. And then exhale down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale them over to the right. Inhale up. You can stay here. Or if you want to exhale and bring that right arm and kind of take a back bend, go right ahead. Inhale the arm up. Exhale down. Great. So we're going to do that on the other side as well. Just kind of a warm up. Inhale. Oh, so you know what? We'll just stay down right now. Inhale up. Exhale over to the left. Inhale up. Using your core. You can stay here, or if you'd like, you can exhale that left hand towards that left heel and kind of take a little bit of a back bend. Exhale the arm back up. Inhale, and then exhale the arms back down again. Inhale the arms back up. Exhale, looking over to the left. Inhale, coming up on your knees. You can stay right here, or you can exhale that left hand and kind of do a little bit of a back bend here. Pushing those hips out a little bit. Inhale up and exhale down. We'll do one more on that side. Inhale up. Exhale. I know I switched it up a little bit. The arms out to the left. And you want to inhale. And if you'd like, you can exhale that left hand, trying to reach that top of the left heel. Do a little slight back bend here. Squeezing the buttocks. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale down. Perfect. So let's take a child's pose, but we're going to do one with a chair. If you don't have a chair, again, don't worry about it. But let's take a child's pose, toes in together, knees out, and just slide forward. And drop that forehead on the mat, or you can grab a block and place your forehead on the block if you'd like. You want the arms stretched out. You want the fingers. What we want to do is stretch the lower back, mid-back, shoulders. And this is a resting posture. This helps lower our pulse. It's a go-to posture if we're tired at any time. I love this posture. But no, it really does a lot. It helps kind of slow things down again. Helps with the pulse rate. Lowering that. Just melt into it. Don't forget to be inhaling through your nose, exhaling out through your mouth. Relax the shoulders, unclench that jaw. I know that jaw has a tendency to clench. And let's slowly come back out of this again. Always take your time going from a low to a high position, especially, again, if some of you are on certain medications like blood pressure medications, it can, if you're down, and this is even for not even for yoga, if you're sitting and you get up really fast, your blood pressure can drop and you get a little woo. So, try to be conscious of that. I know the nurse that me came out. Okay, so I'm going to grab my chair. So this is a folding chair. Again, if you don't have one, you can watch or you can participate as well. So one of the exercises I'm going to do is a fold forward with the legs spread out. So what I see a lot, and myself included sometimes, so what I see a lot is your inhale up, and then you want to exhale over, say for instance, you want to bring that right arm in, and then go over. And so, okay, so we're going over and we're kind of humping, we're rounding as we're going over, because everyone's trying to reach here. And not all of us, especially again, myself from all the years of running, I'm still tight in the hams and in my calves. Or if you're doing a fold forward, again, the same thing. A lot of people are kind of humped over like this. So I brought the chair in today to maybe try it a little bit different. If you don't have a chair, that's okay. You can watch, or some of you may be able to reach your toes without humping over. So our legs are out. Make sure they're flexed, but they're pointed outward, because what happens is they're going to eventually try to rotate in. We don't want that. We want them out. So you can take the chair like so, facing you. And again, we're not going to go that far. We'll bring it out. Inhale, and then we're just going to exhale a little forward. See, my feet already started to turn a little bit. I want to be aware of that. I want my chest up as I come forward. I don't want to be humped over. So that's why I'm bringing the chair. Inhale and exhale and bring that chest towards the chair. We're not going to get that far down. That's okay. Inhale, stillness, exhale. Maybe try to go a little bit further. Watch those feet, that your legs don't start turning in. And you want to be bending at the hips, at those hip flexors. You may even go a little bit further, push it out a little bit further. But if you do, make sure, again, you're not going down like this, okay? Everything up. So it's not about, oh my God, I have to touch my feet, I have to get here. No, we want this to be proper alignment. Whew, okay, now I really felt that stretch all the way inside my legs. So let's take that chair, place it over to the side for a second, shake those legs out, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. So let's do the fold forward with our legs, both feet, a true fold forward. Again, people have a tendency to try to reach. Let me just show you without. Well, I lost my two assistants. So you inhale up, and then you come forward, and then my back is very round right now. I can feel it. And what you want to do is bring your chest closer in, but you want that chest to open. Well, that's hard to do sometimes, all at the same time. So I bend a little bit, and then that helps with the rounding. But I'm going to try and show you with the chair. Again, I don't do standing postures with chairs, but I do some like we're doing now with the chair. So we're going to have the legs straight. Again, flex the feet. The legs are together. Chair in front of us. If you don't have a chair, again, you can watch, or you can fall forward, but make sure that you're not rounding. So if you start rounding, if you just come to here, and come a little forward, that's fine. The thing is getting it so you're not rounding over. I know I'm really big on that tonight, but I just see a lot of people in other classes I've taken, not that I'm looking around checking everybody out, but sometimes I go to the back of the room, and so I can't help but seeing other people. My classes I like to adjust. But anyway, so we're here. We're going to do a fold forward. We're going to inhale those arms up, and we're going to grab onto the chair wherever's comfortable for you. But again, looking straight ahead at something that's not moving, chest is up. And then exhale and come a little bit forward, or maybe you can come really forward. I'm feeling it in the hams and the calves, but I'm trying to keep from rounding. So I'm going to grab this as well. Inhale, stillness. Exhale, I'm going to try to come a little bit forward. My goal is actually to bring the chest down to the top of the thighs. But with practice, you can maybe get there, maybe not. Not a big deal. You want, again, to feel the correct way of doing this. And you can drop your head if you like, but again, try not to round. Inhale, stillness. Exhale, maybe a little bit forward. Whew, yikes, I can feel, as Jane Fonda used to say, I feel the burn in the back of my legs. Okay, wonderful. So I'm just showing you with the chair what you can do if you are going to do any of the fold forwards. It just, then rather than, going into kind of a hump position and reaching, yeah, you reach your toes, but not correctly. So we'll do one more. We're going to do the child's pose, but we're going to do it via the chair. So back on our buttocks on our heels. Take the chair. Inhale the arms up, and then exhale those arms forward. And maybe move the chair just a little bit. And then head goes down ever so slightly. Maybe you want to move back a little bit. And this is another version of child's pose. I'm also can feel my shoulders opening up here. Inhaling and exhaling. Again, this is child's pose with chair. Inhale, stillness. Exhale, maybe try to go down a little bit further. This actually feels really good. Okay, let's slowly come out of this. Great. So we did a lot of chest opening, a lot of hamstring stretching, calf stretching via the chair. Again, I'm not going to do any standing postures with the chair because I'm not well versed in that. And again, this class we don't do any standing postures. So I'm going to move my chair over, but just remember you can always use a nice folding chair to do a lot of these stretches, as well as the blocks. So that's just a little bit. I just thought I'd bring that in tonight. And I may bring it in a couple of more nights because I think that it really helps open the chest, helps with the stretching. And again, I in the morning, I do my stretches before I go to work. And I'm like the Tin Man. Seriously, I could be oiled like the Tin Man. So I do a lot of stretching before I go to work, and it really helps. So I can't emphasize enough. So from here, let's go back to our table. Again, I use my pad. I'm on a hardwood floor. If I don't, and this is cork, by the way, cork's a good mat, but still, and it's got cushion, but not enough for my knees. So again, we're going to go into table. The knees are right underneath your hips and your fingers are spread out. Just going to do a cat-cow. We're going to drop that belly, slightly lift the buttocks, slightly lift the chin, inhale to our cow. And this is for our hips. And then before we do the cat, we're going to really tighten that abdomen, round over on the exhale and look right through those thighs. Inhale, drop the belly, slightly lift the buttocks, slightly lift the chin, cow. Tighten that abdomen. Then we round and exhale. Inhale, drop the belly, slightly lift the buttocks, slightly lift the chin, cow. One more cat. Tighten that abdomen, and then we round and exhale. And right from here, we're going to go right in back into our child's pose without the chair. Stretch forward and take a beautiful stretch in child's pose. If your buttocks don't reach your heels, which a lot of people they don't because of their knees, you can try placing some pillows underneath your buttocks, so it's actually you're bringing yourself, you're up here, so the pillows help with a little bit of cushioning there. If it's too much on your knees, that's okay, but you can try them. Again, we're going to inhale and exhale. Slowly come back out again, very slowly. We can come into our, totally forgot the name of it, by the way. I want to say crow, but it's not crow. Yeah, I'll think of it. But, so let's sit back on our heels. Eagle. Sorry, I just remembered eagle. We're going to do eagle arms. We're going to inhale our arms up. So two ways that we can do this. One way is we can take our arms and bring our left arm in front of and behind our right, and then bring it all the way around so the two palms are facing one another. I'm going to do that again and bring it all the way around. It can be hard, especially if your shoulders are tight like mine. If this doesn't work for you for the eagle arms, take your arms out again, right hand on the left shoulder, left hand on the right shoulder. And this is perfectly fine to modify, okay? We're going to inhale sitting up. I'm going to bring mine back to the eagle arms where one palm faces the other. Again, a little bit, it's not 100%, for eagle arms. Inhaling and exhaling. And then we're just going to sit back and come a little bit forward. Inhale up. And again, you can have them on your shoulders if that's easier. Exhale, come down. And then inhale up. And then let it go. Open those arms up. Great. Let's sit back. Buttocks on the heels. Let's bring those arms out again. So I had the left over. So this time I'm going to put the right underneath the left. Bring it all the way around. Eagle arms so they're up. I want to make sure that they're up. If again this is too much, take those arms and place them on your shoulders. So we're going to inhale, sit up, or stand up on our knees. Exhale down. Inhale up, really using that core. Exhale down. And then inhale one more. You want those arms up. And then open them up. Oh, beautiful for the chest. Let's come back down into our table. And let's see, oh, time is of the essence. So let's just do a low lunge, but in a runner's lunge. So here we go, because I want to show you about using the blocks properly as well. So I'm going to use the blocks high. Just telling you that right now, I'm using it high. I'm going to inhale, and then I'm going to exhale that right leg. So the right leg is bent at a 90-degree angle, and that back left leg is bent as well with the top of that left foot on the mat. So I'm going to inhale up into my lunge, and then exhale, and then inhale down to my shoulders, and go back to what we did before in the beginning. The shoulders go out to a T. Inhale the arms up, exhale them down to the blocks, and then we're going to take that bottom, we're going to take God, I'm totally going blank here now. The left foot, the top of that left foot, and we're going to put the weight on that left foot and rise up. This is where we want to really use the blocks, looking straight ahead into our runner's lunge. So that right leg's at a 90-degree angle. The weight is on the ball, that's what I was thinking of that left foot looking straight ahead, runner's lunge. If you really want it, you can even go out on your tippy toes of your hands. You want to make sure you're not rounding in runner's lunge. Inhale and exhale. And then exhale that left knee down. Bring your hands back to the mat if they're on the block, because you want to bring that right knee to meet the left foot back in table. So I'm going to place my hands back on the block. Exhale, bring that left leg around to a 90-degree angle. And let's inhale those arms up. This is a little bit of a balance. And then inhale and then exhale the arms out to the side to the left. Inhale the arms up. Place them on the blocks. I like it high because I'm trying to prevent from rounding. So let's place the weight on the ball of that right leg. So that right leg actually gets lifted, but the foot stays on the mat. And I'm going to go on my tippy toes and my hands. Inhaling and exhaling for runner's lunge. Just as if you were going to take off for a 500 meter. And let's bring that right knee down and the left knee down. And our counter is bring the hands down here, toes out, knees out to the side, and let's sit back into our child's pose to counter pose what we just did. Now actually, I'm going to take a sip of my water while you continue. You can also do the same. Take a sip whenever you want. Take a break whenever you want. There's no I have to's in this class. This is a relaxation, although we are doing some work tonight, but it's more stretching. So we're going to come back slowly out of our child's pose. We're going to do one more facing forward, and then we'll go on our backs. So let's go back to table, go into my pigeon that I like to do. If you know pigeon, you can do it figure 4 or lying pigeon on your back. And actually grab a pillow. So I think that helps get into the pigeon this way. I know a lot of people go into pigeon from downward facing dog since we're not standing. And I don't like to go into pigeon that way anyway. I like to go in this way. I think it's easier to get into. And the reason I like to do the pigeon is because, again, we're getting at that piriformis, that muscle on each side of our buttocks, that when it's tight, which you often can do from sitting, driving is a big, driving long distance, really tightens that whole buttock area. Then it gets into the lower back, and then it can cause sciatica. So this is great for that. So we're in our table. We're going to walk those hands out. We're going to exhale that right knee to the right hand. The top of the left foot is still on that mat. But we're going to put the weight in the ball of that left foot. Again, that leg rises up, but the foot stays on the mat. This gives us time to what I call my shimmy, which I think is an old-fashioned word, or maybe people still use it. Shimmy, that lower right extremity, does not have to be parallel to the top of the mat. Only go as far as what's comfortable for you. This is where I grab my pillow. I place my pillow underneath the right buttock. Then I bring that left knee down. The top of the left foot goes as well, and I slide it back, pigeon. You can stay here. You can go onto your forearms, or you can kind of make, go make a little fist and go onto your hands, or you can place your forehead on a block. We're trying to get at that right buttock, the piriformis in the right buttock right now. You may or may not feel it, but it is stretching. Unclench your jaw. Slowly, again, come out of this. Start to rise up. Come onto your hands. Place the weight in the ball of that left foot. Rise that knee up. Keep the foot on the mat. Remove the pillow. Keep it handy. And then you can bring that left knee down and then have the right knee meet the left, and we'll go right into table. Again, I need my little knee pads here. It's going to walk, try to keep that abdomen in as well. I have to also remind myself of that. Walk the hands out, exhale the left knee to the left hand. Right now, the top of that right foot is on the mat, but we're going to put the weight in the ball of that right foot. So when we do that, that knee comes up, as you can see. Then it gives us time to shimmy that left lower extremity. Again, does not have to be parallel. Don't lift it. Whatever you do, don't lift that lower extremity. I see it all the time and I cringe, because if you're lifting it, that means you're not doing it, again, I'm using a cliche word, organically. But you really want it to happen organically. You don't want to force anything, because then things go out of alignment, then it goes into your knee, into your hip. Just let it happen. So I'm comfortable right about here. I'm going to take my pillow, place it under my left buttock. Then I drop that right knee down. Top of the right foot is on the mat. I can stay here. I can come down to my forearms. I can place my forehead on a block, or hand over hand and place my forehead on my hands. Again, we're trying to get at this area here on the left side of the buttock. Piriformis is deep inside there. So we want to be stretching that out. Inhaling, exhaling, breathe into it. Try to send that breath into the left buttock. I know that sounds weird, but you can do it with breath. Oh, here's my wonderful song that I just love. My summer song. So let's slowly come out of this as Bette Midler brings us back. So let's put the ball on the weight of the right. Unfortunately, I have to turn Bette down a little bit. Oh, I guess I turned her off. We put the weight in the ball of that right foot. And, oh God, I lost my train of thought here. So we're going to remove that pillow. And then slowly slide ourselves back to table. Great job, everybody. We're going to go on our backs. We're going to cross over at the ankles. Sit back. Let me grab some of my props. Sit back on your buttocks. And then we're going to take a full body stretch. So we're going to slide forward. Toes are pointed. Hands, 3 fingers crisscross, index fingers together, cross the thumb, inhale and slowly come all the way back. You can place your head on a pillow if you'd like. Make sure your neck is not hyperextended, meaning it's not all the way back, or the chin is not down by your chest. You want to be looking straight up at the ceiling if your eyes are open. So we're going to exhale those arms down and come into our butterfly that I do some of the things I do every class because I think they're really good. So the arms are out to the side, palms are up. We're going to go into butterfly. We want to open the hip flexors and the hips. Let's bring those soles of the feet together. If this is too intense, you can always place 2 blocks on the side, sideways. Like, I'm just going to do it on one leg. You can do it on both sideways and the other one just to kind of help you rest your legs on that. If it's way too much and you can't do it at all, you can just keep your legs straight or go back and forth. I'm going to be a still butterfly, but if you want to flutter, go right ahead and flutter. Melt into this one. This is a great hip opener, hip flexor. Very restorative. Again, you're inhaling through your nose, exhaling out through your mouth. Again, if you're comfortable here, stay here. I'm going to go into a little bit more restorative. If you have the props, you may not. So if you don't, stay just like this. If you have props, we're going to take our block flat, our block slanted, and then if you have a bolster, that would be great. If not, you can place 1 pillow and 1 pillow here. Lay back, scooch back a little bit, lay back so your whole spine is either on the pillows or on the bolster, that whole spine. Arms flay out and soles of the feet. and just really enjoy this. Again, this posture is all about opening up. We carry a lot of tension in our shoulders, neck, and hips. Don't forget to breathe in through your nose slowly. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and then gently exhale out through your mouth. So you're either using the props or not using. Either way, we're opening up those hips. Yikes, time is of the essence, isn't it? So if you're using the props, let's just lift ourselves up slowly, remove the bolster. Blocks can be placed on the side and go back down. And all of us together, let's inhale, bring those knees together. Inhale, bring the forehead towards the knees, giving yourself a nice hug. You may go elbow to elbow. Some of you may not be able to go elbow to elbow. Again, that's cool. Bring the hands underneath the knees. And just going to give yourself a nice hug. Great job. So let's bring our head down. You can place it on a pillow if you'd like. Left foot goes down, and we're just going to inhale that right leg up. Place your hands behind your right thigh. Flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. Let's bring that right leg down. Inhale the left leg up. So flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, and flex and point. Let's bring those feet down. I'd like to do a happy baby. So let's inhale the right leg up at a 90-degree angle, the left leg up at a 90-degree angle. The reason I say that is you're going to take your index finger, the finger next to it, and try to grab on to around the big toe. If not, you may go the outside of the feet. I think this is easier to go this way. And then inhale those legs up. Still the knees are bent. And then the exhale, try to open up those hips. And just sway back and forth, just like a little baby does in the crib. I know, wouldn't you love to go back to being a baby in a crib? I would. I know other people say, no, I'd never go back. I'm like, yes, I would. I'd go back in a minute. I had great parents. Jack and Jackie. The original Jack and Jackie were my parents. Because I think Jack and Jackie Kennedy got married, I think the year after my parents. But anyway, Jack and Jackie. That's when I said, when people mean the world to you. Those are the two. Let's bring those feet in together and exhale and bring them down. And we'll go into either legs up against the wall or waterfall. So if you actually want to do legs up against the wall, because we're going to do a long Shavasana, you would approach the wall if you have empty somewhere here. You're going to approach the wall with your knees bent, your head down. Inhale the right leg up, inhale the left leg up, splay the arms out, and just enjoy. Again, this is for our circulation, especially at the end of the night. It's really good for the end of the night. Even if you're not taking a yoga class, If you're ever just stretching at the end of the night, this is a great one. Supposedly it helps you sleep. I don't know. I do it almost every night, but I don't know if I sleep pretty good, but I don't know if this is the reason. But it's really good for circulation. That I do know. Especially if you're sitting all day long, it's bringing all that circulation back up through the whole circulatory system, cardiac, thoracic, everything. Now, if you're fine against the wall, stay up against the wall. If you want to do, then we call it waterfall, which is the same thing. We're going to use our block. So we're going to bring our heels close to our buttocks. Inhale, watch that neck. Make sure the neck goes along for the ride. Place the block under the coccyx sacrum area. Now you may get your legs up and decide, I'm not comfortable. You can bring your legs down and make that block comfortable. So inhale the right leg up, inhale the left leg up, and arms splay out. Again, if you're not comfortable, make sure you bring your one leg down the other and then adjust the block. We'll hang here for a while. Make sure your neck, if you're opening your eyes, you're looking straight up at the ceiling. Jaws unclenched. So if you're doing waterfall on the block, bring the right leg down, left leg down. Inhale, remove the block and take a full body stretch. If you're up against the wall, left leg down, right leg down. Bend those knees, and everybody, let's do a full body stretch. Great job, everybody. I know I switched it up a little bit. Hopefully it helped. So we're going to go into our Shavasana next. So I'm going to slowly, actually, for those of you who are lying down, you can stay lying down. If you want to kind of turn your lights down, grab a blanket, spritz yourself, slowly get up and do that. I'm going to dim my lights as well. And I also read a passage. So get comfortable. You can have everything splayed out as you're lying down. You can have your knees bent, whatever you prefer. So make sure though your shoulders are relaxed, your jaw is unclenched, your eyes are closed, your forehead is relaxed. Your feet, start relaxing your feet, your legs, your arms. your hands. Oh, that's good. Perfect timing. So, again, jaw relaxed. Eyes are closed. And again, I always kind of just let you kind of meditate on your own. I do make a suggestion of finding a happy place. Again, mine is, because it's winter, I'm on the beach. I've got the beautiful white sand. I've got the chaise lounge chair. I've got the palm tree over me, and I'm looking at the beautiful turquoise water, and it's 80 degrees. Again, sometimes it can be a memory. Just try to find something that just calms you and makes you feel happy. With that being said, your thoughts are going to ebb and flow. Let them ebb and flow. Okay, this is all part of the Shavasana. Get outside in nature. The natural world has an incredible power to cleanse and uplift your energy. Just about any time, Mother Earth offers you a quick and powerful way to ground your energy and elevate your vibration. You don't even have to be anywhere special to connect with nature. Tune into the energy of a tree on a busy street, or even the weeds growing against your building. Even better, go to a local park on a break from work, or while visiting family members that can be a bit challenging, or when you finish up at school. If you can go for a walk or hike outside, do it. Stop and smell the flowers. Hug a tree. Listen to the birds, or gaze into a body of water. The benefits of connecting with the natural world are immense and are always available, but are also easy to ignore. Turn off the TV, put down your smartphone, and shut down your computer, and just take some time to be and breathe while you tune into the energy of Mother Earth. Your mind, body, and spirit will thank you. So for those of you who want to stay lying down, we're going to finish up. For those of you who would like to come back to Lotus, you can turn on to your right or left side. Slowly come back up to Lotus. When I ring my little bells here. And again, you can either meet me in Lotus or stay lying. We're going to bring our hands to heart center. Bring our hands to our lips. That we speak kind words to one another, especially now. In between our eyes, also known as our third eye, also known as our intuition, that we think kind thoughts of others, especially now when we think kind thoughts of ourselves. Back to heart center, that the light in me acknowledges the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me tonight, everybody. Again, my name is Susan Coffey. You can find me at soulpurposeyoga@gmail.com. If you have any questions, suggestions, I would always love it. Hope you have a great night, a great week, and see you again next week. Peace.